Hello, good evening, sir. Today I'm going to present my Python assignment 1, which was to design a chat GUI which could communicate within friends. So let's see the execution of the assignment first. Here I have run the script file, and for demonstration purpose I am doing it on localhost only, but it can be done easily on two separate machines. I have run the script file. It is saying waiting for connection. Now I'm running the client file. The GUI has opened and it is asking me to enter my name, and it is instructing that to exit I have to type by. And for let's uh, let's another client. Let's give it a name ABC and send. Now we have opened two clients and we can communicate within them. Let's say I type a message hello, and I can type from the other side as well. Could be easily implemented on two separate machines by passing the uh, server parameter. But for demonstration, I have used localhost only. Now, if I type by, it would exit the Tkinter window. Then we can have a look at the code. Here it is showing some error which can be handled, but I have not done it. So now let's have a look at the code of the server side first. So here is the code of server side. Now, firstly, we can see we have imported libraries, socket, and threading. Socket is there for TCP IP networking, and then we have defined functions, which we will see later. Firstly, we have created a dictionary clients and addresses to store the several clients which come and their nickname or username and their IP addresses. We have defined host to be localhost, which is 127.0.0.1, so as to connect to the so that the clients can connect to this machine only. And port we have set to 33,000. This could be any number, but it should not be occupied previously by any program. And then we have set a tuple host comma port, which is then we have created a socket object through the socket library which we imported, and then we are binding it with the host comma port tuple. Then we are using server.listen, which which can handle 5 clients at max at one time. Then we are printing waiting for connection, and then we are using the thread. The thread library is used to for parallel concurrency so that multiple processes can happen at the same time. So we are creating a thread, and when it would start, it would direct to the accept incoming connections function, which we have defined above. So let's see the function. So in it, we are accepting any incoming connections from the clients. So there is a while loop, and we are accepting the connection and storing the client name and client address in these variables, and we are printing that which client has connected to our server. Then we are sending this message to ask what is the name of the client so that we can address it and make it customizable. And we are storing the nickname the address in the address dictionary with the key as the client. And we are creating a new thread, and we are starting it, which would direct to the handle client function. And handle client function will ask for the name of the will receive the name from the client, and it will print welcome the name whichever name has been entered, and instruct that if the client has to exit, he would type by. And then we are broadcasting the message that the particular user has come to all the clients connected at that time, and we are storing in the username of the client in the client's dictionary, and then we are using this while loop to receive the message from the client. And if the message is not is equals to by, encoded in this UTF format, UTF is the Unicode encoding format. If it is not is equals to by, then we are broadcasting it. We are calling the broadcast function, which will broadcast the message to all the clients. As we can see here, it is taking all the sockets in the client's dictionary, and it is sending to them the message which we have received. If it is equal to by, then we are sending by, and we are closing the socket. And then we are broadcasting the message that the particular client has left the chat room, and breaking the loop so as to return from that. So this was the code for the server side. Then we will have a look at the client side code. So here also we have imported socket and threading as the server side, but we have also imported tkinter library, which is used for graphical user interface. So let's see the code. We have made a window, tkinter window object, and we have given this title as Sandes, the Hindi word for messages. Then we are creating a frame, and we are passing the top, the window which we created, and we are also creating my message, which is the string variable, the string which will pass as message, and we are setting it as an empty string, so it will be empty by default when we start the interface. And then we are creating a scroll bar, and we are giving the parameters for it, and then we are packing all the elements. And here we have defined that the enter key, the return key of the keyboard, when we have typed the message in the the message, my message, then it will call the send function. And also we have created a button that will also call the send function when it is clicked. And when we click the cross button of the tkinter window, it will call the function on closing, which we have defined above. We will see it in a while. And here also we are using localhost, as both client and server are on the same machine. The port has to be same as the server side, which was 33,000, and this part is same as the server side. And then we are, let's see the functions. The first function is receive. Here we are using the while loop, and we are trying to receive the message from the client and uh, insert it in the message list, which will the scroll bar which we created, so as to see the message history, all the message history. And if there is a error, we are breaking from the loop. And then there is a function send, which uses the get method of tkinter library to get the message from the typing area. And then it sets it back to empty string and sends it to the server. And if message is equals to by, which we instructed earlier, it will close the window and remove the socket also. And the on closing function will be called when the we close the tkinter window. It will also set the message to by and call the send function again, which will do the same thing. So this was my Python assignment one, which was to design the GUI chat, which should be able to communicate with friends. Thank you.